What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Stoic Context. Today, we are going to react to another Kevin Samuels video. Before we get into it, make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'm going to be saving my commentary for the end of the video, so stay tuned for that.
Uh, anyway,
Hi,
hello.
Kevin.
Hi. What's your disagreement?
So, my disagreement is that Black women's behavior is not put into context. So, there's the acting out, but it lacks context. I feel like it's misguided self expression. And it's a problem, but it is something that when you remove the experiences that we have,
Hold on,
um,
hold on.
okay,
Then why can Black women act right at work?
that's fair. That's fair. But I will say this there's,
No. You didn't
yeah,
answer. You just said it's fair. Why can they do that?
okay, code switching, W.E. Du Bois.
It's
It's
not
something
code.
that we're able to do in different
It's not code.
circumstances.
Not code switching. That's not code
Okay.
switching. Because
Okay.
there's a consequence. They act that way at work. They lose their job. They lose their money. True or false?
That's that's true. Can't argue with that.
So don't tell me about context. If you can
Okay.
control it at work, that means you can control it elsewhere. True or false?
Yes, that is true.
Yeah, the only
That is
variable is
true.
how much you respect your situations. See, what you've just proven that Black women can respect their environment, work environment, their paycheck, but they don't have that same level of respect when dealing with a Black man.
So here's what I'd like to say. The sister who came on earlier, I wanted to
But let's acknowledge that that's
respond.
true. But before you do that, let's acknowledge that that's accurate or
Yes.
disagree. Which one is it? Is it accurate or you disagree?
Okay. So it's it is accurate, but again, there's context
Yeah, the
that I feel
context
like
you
is
don't
kind
have
of
you
missing.
got more respect for your job than you do the average Black man. That's the context. We understand it. You don't have any respect. You know how to act when you respect somebody. When something's on the line, when there's a consequence. But there's nothing on the line with a Black man because most Black women have lack of respect for Black men. So you can talk any kind of way. That's the context.
Okay. Um, when you say it like that, it I feel like you're boiling it down in a real simplistic way.
Yeah, because it's very
In the work
simple.
environment.
Because it's very simple. Because it is very simple. Black women know how to act. Always have. It's
Oh yeah.
just you have
Oh yeah.
gotten so to the point to where you don't give a shit about what your reflection cares about. So because you don't have to respect it. You don't. There's no consequence when you deal with a Black man. I mean,
Um,
go back 3 calls when this woman is just complaining about smiling at a Black man.
right.
So what's the
And
con-
and
so where's the? I'm boiling it down, make it simplistic. Go ahead, tell us why it's such. Let me say something too before you do this. Remember when I said everything's variable, guys? Everything's variable is always subjective. The counter to that is it's either subjective or variable or it's extremely complex. It's differential equations. It's calculation. It's calculating in force space. And if we were more intelligent, we could understand the complexities. Go ahead.
okay. Yeah. So yeah, I'd like to respond to that sister.
Okay. Go ahead.
When I've had that experience as well at different points in my life where Black men are like, hey, you should smile, miss. And when I think about it, sometimes you are just in deep thought and truly, and with the context, the other women in other races, maybe they don't have to tell them to do that because they're not carrying the grief that we're carrying around. Like we're mourning for our brothers in the community, like
Okay,
legit,
but
like,
hell no,
okay,
absolutely not.
okay,
No, ma'am, no. You're mourning. You
okay.
cause Black men more grief than LAPD, system of white supremacy,
Mhm.
or any of this other shit. Mourn your brothers for what you do to us, not the system. Sorry, man, but I've heard that too much. And y'all get up on this high horse like you, before we got to deal with the system of white supremacy, we got to deal with what lays beside us.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I just feel like there is a level of deep concentration that sometimes we're in that impacts. I mean, it just does. It disproportionately impacts our community. So we do have more things on our mind than the women of other races. We can't have that levity that they may have at times. You know, I would love to, step into that all the time, but there's sometimes it's, you have a lot on your mind. I know.
Let's say I accept that being black in this country is because what are you doing about it? What's the name of your therapist?
What's the name of my therapist?
In general, are black women in therapy for these issues?
Yes.
In mass.
I think we're getting there, because what I can say is,
come on, Ma. This is the black community. The therapy we have in the black
listen,
community. No. I'll let you say it, because there is a point to be made. The black experience in this country, because of chattel slavery, I can hear that. But what I can't hear is you're not doing anything about the issues that you want us to take under advisement. It just happens. It's a permanent condition that can't be changed. So what? It's either ignore it or Jesus.
no,
I'm asking, what are you doing about it?
Me on a personal level.
No. I mean, no.
I'm a therapist. I'm a licensed therapist, and I'm serving our community.
You're a licensed therapist, and you know, just like I know, I deal with therapists all the time, and black people are not in therapy at any large level.
I agree, and I love that you promote it. It's becoming destigmatized, but we, of all people, we need it the most, and especially our women as well, and how to relate to our black men. There is a level of decorum that's missing, but again, I feel like it's misguided self-expression because of all the oppression and just the day-to-day microaggressions, all the things that we have to deal with. This is a way to kind of,
no. I'm not going. I'm not
all
going.
right.
I've tried, ma'am. The way you talk removes accountability from women. Misguided expression. Bullshit. You get away with it. We have one-way aggression and violence in our community. It goes from women to men. Men are not allowed full expression. That is why so many women get upset with my show, because I actually have the nerve to bark back.
Yeah, you do.
Because what you're saying, even for the truth in it, you are trying to expand it to where it covers a lot of things. No, what are you doing about it? What was all this, Mike? Where was all this misguided expression when we had Jim Crow, segregation, lynching, and all that other kind of stuff? When prior to 1965, when we were mad at a rate of 80%, what was all that misguided expression in? When we actually had real, institutionalized colored whites, where was it all then?
You're right. There were a lot more checks and balances in place. There was a lot more of a real threat. Like, you get out of line and you're going to lose a life.
No, ma'am. No, what I'm saying was, where was all the misguided expression from women to men back when we had real racism in your face?
Yeah. No,
that's why that's why I call bullshit on your example. Because as you become more free, you become more problematic. We are almost two different races. Our black women are women.
Yeah.
We can't make a demand. We can't even ask you to smile. But you want us to protect you. Are you all women? No. What do you think? What do you say? No. Before you answer this question, by the way you see the ethnic image of black women acting towards black men. Are black women our women? Not aspirationally, by the results, by what you see.
Not aspirationally, by what I see. Um, Not aspirationally. I feel like yes, we
No, no,
definitely
no, no,
we
see, no, I asked you what you see and you went to what you feel. Ma'am, are you going to actually tell me by what you see, black women act like they belong to black men?
they, we you know we need a lot of
That's a
mentoring,
yes
and
or no.
so
No, no,
I'm
no,
gonna say
no, no, no. I see. See, you already starting to
okay.
beatboxing. See, subjective variable. See, when you ask a question, the boxes them in. They don't want to call. They don't want to hold sister to the task. So they're gonna start breakdancing. Yes or no, man? You're a professional, right? A healthcare professional, right?
I am.
Answer the question.
But
Professional. Answer the question as a professional. Yes or no?
do do do
Are
our
black
women
women?
look like
The
they?
black. You heard the question 3 times. Are black women
I'm
ours?
gonna say that's tough. That's tough because the answer is yes. The answer is yes. We belong to like y'all. Yes, y'all are for us, and we are
Black
for
men,
you.
black men, black men. I want you
Truly.
to understand, black men. Hold on, man. Black men, I want you to understand how you felt when you saw her struggling to try to get this lie out of her mouth. That is the length they will go. That is, you go back to the no, ma'am. You go back to the comment section. Go to the time and date stamp. Go there and look at what the black men say. I know what I felt here. I've
Oh my
asked you, and
God.
you, no, 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 ma'am, because I know the question I'm asking, and the answer is I can objectively say no, you're not,
Mm.
and I can say it, but you don't want to admit what we can see. If you look at what the men are saying, they're saying no, but you're still trying to tell us, yeah, we are, and the men are like, well, what world are you seeing? It's like, are y'all, and you're a professional. I'm like, answer it as a professional, and you're still gonna get to the point where like, well, yeah, then the men don't know what they're seeing.
You so yes, we definitely belong to you, and we want to just improve those relationships. I feel like we
You
just
belong to
have
us.
a difficult
You
time.
belong to us. You belong to us. This is what you're saying. So if that's the case, then why would a black man ask
Yes.
a black woman to smile and she offended if you belong to us?
Now, I disagree with being offended, but I don't
Why does a
disagree that
black woman
sometimes
feel
we are
why do
smiling.
why okay offended whatever what why does she feel put upon? Why does she feel like it makes a demand of her if it's just a smile? And understand, a black woman who's a femininity influencer asked her femininity group who wants to be married to black men to just smile at every black man, and she was savage for months.
Mm.
You know this is common, man. If black women
Mm.
truly belong to black men as you say they do, why do black women feel put upon by simply being asked to smile at black men? And here's the problem: if we can't have real conversations with our women, because I'm gonna tell you something, man. Black men know you're lying. They know you're
Oh,
conflicted. Ma'am, look in the comment section. The black men know you're not being honest. And black, I think honestly, I think black men want relationships with black women more than black women want relationships with black men. Because when asked this question, you're speaking aspirationally. Men are saying, no, you're not ours. And they can see you struggling. But you're gonna find a way to rejigger this to make it make sense. And men are saying, you're not ours. We can't even ask you to smile at us.
okay. So, brothers, we love you. Let me just tell you, Jill Scott
No,
had a
ma'am.
beautiful
No,
song.
no,
We
no,
need
no,
you.
no,
We
no, no.
do.
Before we get to that, we need truth.
Okay.
Can you honestly say that greater than 50% of the adult black females act and move as though they belong to black men?
No, and I'm gonna answer. Can I rebuttal to that?
Go ahead.
I don't feel like they. the majority necessarily act like they belong to any man, though. So it's not like we're ditching
But
them
there's only one.
and we're going.
But you can rebuttal that, man. But you're only supposed to belong to one.
Yes,
See, that's that
absolutely.
subjective variable bullshit. That's not an answer, man. Black men don't want to hear that. That we don't belong because you don't expect every man to protect you. When somebody's going upside your head, you ain't asking Brad, Lee, Ahmed, Enrique, protect us. You asking a black man to protect you.
You're right.
So we
You're
don't give a
absolutely
shit if you
right.
don't feel like you belong to anybody else. White women do white women act like they belong to white men? Yes
Yes,
or no? Do Hispanic women act like they belong to Hispanic men?
absolutely.
Do Asian women act like they belong to Asian men?
Definitely.
Do Middle Eastern women act like they belong to Middle Eastern men?
Yes.
Do black women act like they belong to black men?
By and large, no. But
See, the
those
fact that you had to even
we
put a modifier on there says you are still conflicted with the reality you are seeing. There was no modifier ever before black people. No,
you're
no modifier.
100%.
And see, that's the
100%.
problem. And that's the problem because it is going to come down to women checking women and getting you guys straight. We cannot fix you because you have no respect for us. You only
Mm,
respect each other. And if we can't rely
mm,
on the educated of you and the intelligent of you and the learned of you to at least be honest, black men will sit back saying, who the fuck can we rely on? Honestly.
yeah.
Because
Oh, yeah. I
I'm
mean,
saying that men can't, black men are just asking black women to be nice to us.
hmm
That's it. Just be
hmm
nice to us. And they can't get that in mass on a regular basis. I don't know if you ladies really understand how bad it is.
yeah, yeah.
But then when you see
No.
a black girl get hit in the face with a skateboard, you want black men to check him because he shouldn't have hit her. There should be no violence. But then you ask yourself a question: why does this black man feel so detached from this black woman? Because they can
Mm,
feel it, and y'all won't be honest. And it takes me asking questions this way and that way, and before I can even kind of nail the jello on the wall, and it's still well. Do you want black men to do this when it comes to talking about our obligation to you? Do you want modifiers from us when it comes to you?
no, no.
Well, then stop
You
doing it with
ask some
us
tough questions.
because it needs to be asked. Because I should not have
You're
to ask the motherfucking questions. You, Becky ain't got to. Brad ain't got to ask it of Becky. Lee doesn't have to ask it of Maylene.
right.
Enrique doesn't have to ask it of Marisol. Anu doesn't have to ask it of pick a Middle Eastern name. But Keith has to ask it of Keisha. Somebody got to ask it. I'll take the smoke. Thank you for at least trying to be honest, man. But this is where the fuck we are.
Yeah.
That's why I got upset and said no. When you go into the same old trope of black women do this because of we're mourning for our brothers, and I'm like, whoa. I know more black men who say I ain't got to worry about the white man. I got to worry about this woman laying next to me.
Mm,
This is my oppressor. This is my abuser. This is the one that calls CPS and child support and the white man on me when I ain't doing what the hell she think I should be doing. This is what brings the white man into my house.
oh God.
Ask your brothers.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What a powerful episode. This was the highlight of some of the discrepancies between black men and black women. And then now is getting to a point in which it's starting to slowly trickle down in other more Western countries, you know? It's not even a race thing at this point. That's one thing I will say. See, Kevin made content for men. And yes, of course, this episode was just highlighting some of the inconsistencies between black men and black women when it comes to dating and relationships and what that man actually has to worry about. But don't get it confused in the slightest. More Western countries are starting to have such ideologies. They're starting to become more selfish, more stuck up. Hypergamy is on the rise. They are expecting more from men. And then now, it's like opening Pandora's box. People are going from one race to another. People are refusing to date black women. Some people are refusing to date inside of their race, and they're moving on. It's a real thing. More so than anything, I think that people need to be for people. We need to stop having these unrealistic standards. We need to start listening more. Start giving men what they want. Because again, if you're looking at this from a strategic standpoint, for you to get what you want, you need to make sure whoever you want it from, they're taken care of. So at what point in time do you decide to come to a compromise? At what point in time do you decide that, even for selfish reasons, because I want this, I'm going to make sure I do this so this person understands this and provides this for me. They won't even do it for themselves. And that's the scary part. But again, like I said, this isn't just a black issue at this point. Other races are experiencing these same issues. Men period don't want to have to fight with women. Men period want women to be on our sides. Specifically, women of our race. Period. Period. I don't think that's far from the truth. I think any respectful man, any man that has a head on his shoulders, that is a practical thinker, that is a logical thinker, are thinking all of these same things.
Thank you, Kevin.
And that's going to be the end of it, guys. All right, I was just playing it to see if we have any more, but that's going to be the end of the video. I want you guys to make sure you like and subscribe. Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. If you guys haven't already, turn on post notifications so you will be alerted when we upload more videos just like this one. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.